You can define salvation as this: the act of God sending his son to die for the very people who sinned against him. In other words, God killing his son so that he might have relationship with you. Some of you could receive it like this: the hero dying for the villain. God, the creator of the world, creator of the universe, wants relationship with you so bad that he killed his own son for the very people that war against him. Picture it like this. You're in a prison cell, and you've been beaten the whole time you were there. You're in this prison cell. It's dark. You can't see what's in front of you, but you hear the Punisher coming to give you another beating, and this time you know it will end your life. And you can't get out. You're shaking the jail cell, and you're crying, "Let me out, let me out." And you can't get out. The Punisher approaches. He approaches, and you hear the chains in his hands. You hear the whips. You hear all the torture devices coming to your cell. And right as he gets there, he stretches out his arm, about to lay down the final blow on you. A gentleman steps in, and he says, "Stop. Stop." He opens up the jail cell. He tells you, you can leave. He says, "You can leave. I'll take your place." But you say, "No, this is for me. This is for me. I earned this. I deserve to be here." And he says, "No. Give it to me. Let me take your spot." And so you're in the cell, and he takes your spot, and you start to walk out of the cell, and you hear the chains, you hear the whips, you hear the beatings, you hear the cries and the screams of this gentleman that stepped in to take your place. Every whip, every chain, you hear it. Every nail, you hear it. But the story does not end there. You walk outside of the building. The doors are open to you. The doors are open to you. While this gentleman who took your place is being tortured to death, the doors of the prison are open to you, and you step out. And then you see a beautiful, beautiful chariot. And they say, "Hey, I was waiting for you. Get in." And so you're like, "This doesn't make any sense. Who are you?" He says, "Don't worry about that. Just get in." So you get into this chariot, and it drives you around town, and you think it's going to drop you off at the poor district. It's going to drop you off at the homeless district. It's going to drop you off at the broken district. But it keeps passing all of those districts. And it goes higher and higher and higher. And then you approach the doors of a castle. And you say, and the man says, "Everyone is waiting for you. Come on in." But you look down and you recognize you still have on your jail clothes. You still have the cuts. Your clothes are still torn. Everything is still broken. You look filthy. And the master of the house comes and he says, "Come on in." And you say, "I can't go in there. I don't look the part. Look at these cuts. Look at these lashes. My clothes, they are dirty. Look at everyone in there. They're clean. They're dressed in white. I'm dirty. I'm filthy." And he says, "That's okay. I have some clothes for you." So you change. You change. And then you go inside of the party, and everyone is there to see you. Everyone is there to welcome you. And then the master of the house says, "How would you like to be a part of this family?" What? Do you not know where I just was? I was in jail. I was about to die. Then someone else came and took my place. He says, "I know. How would you like to be a part of this family?" And you just don't understand. Why would this guy who's the richest person there want you to be a part of his family? And he gave you new clothes and he changed you and he brought you up out of jail and he says, I want you. I want you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the gospel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is salvation. That is what it looks like for the God of the universe, who owns everything, who controls everything. Nothing is out of his reach. Yet he says, I will send my son to take death for you, who will die for you. And I will not stop there. I will then take you and make you a son or a daughter. And I will give you the finest clothes, the newest things, so that I might have relationship with you. That is salvation. God sending his son to die for the very people who hated him.